And earlier we spoke to you about housing for people in the diaspora. We have our senior international correspondent, Afua Hagan, who is in London, joining us right now. Afua, many thanks. First of all, what exactly has FMBN launched today, and who is it aimed at?
Yes, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is basically saying if you're of the diaspora, if you live in London, Toronto, New York, wherever, that you should be able to use the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to buy a property back home. So what you do is you contribute to Nigeria's National Housing Fund, then you can qualify for financing and buy a home in Nigeria. And that's important because historically many diasporans who have wanted to own property have either had to purchase the property entirely by themselves or rely on private loans or private investors. And that is not often the best way to go. There's a real issue of trust when it comes to that. And I think that's what the Federal Bank of Nigeria, by co-signing these loans, by underscoring them, are trying to make sure that trust is really part of this new mortgage plan that they are rolling out. But talk to us more about it. I have my lovely guest. This is Rupert Gather, the director of Civic First PLC. Now, you do low-cost housing here in the UK and also in Nigeria as well.
Well, we're currently working with the Nigerian government to roll out a program of low-cost housing in Nigeria. By low cost, we're trying to hit a resale value of $20,000 to $25,000 US dollars, which will get a 2, 3, or 4 bedroom bungalows, properly manufactured, built bungalow. My role in it is to put the funding together. So I'm working closely with the Nigerian federal government, but also the National Bank and the mortgage authorities to put the funding package together that will make these houses available across the country. The other things that have been really important to us is the amount of Nigerian local content, because obviously the development capital does come from overseas, but it's really important that the economic benefit stays in Nigeria. And to do that, we currently estimate about 70% of the content of the houses will be Nigerian. And that would obviously meaning the workforce that build the houses, but also all the window sets, the door frames, the kitchens, the bathroom sets, the electricals, wherever possible, those are manufactured and created in Nigeria, thus keeping in a circular economy, keeping the commercial value of those within Nigeria.
This new mortgage scheme for diasporans that's being launched today, do you think it's going to make a real difference to the housing market? And do you think that a lot of people will buy into it and be able to trust it?
Well, I really hope that people will trust it and get behind it. The housing need in Nigeria is really acute. I mean, at least a million houses short of where they need to be, and that just costs money. But the demand is real. Nigeria is a hugely successful country, so that the capacity to invest and be part of that journey must be attractive to the diaspora. But also, of course, it's not just the commercial value of investing within the mortgage bank, but it's also the social good you're doing, because you can really help Nigeria. Now, our interest is primarily in low-cost housing, but of course it spreads throughout the housing stock.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rupert, for that. And, you know, like you said, there's a million houses of shortage in Nigeria. A million houses are needed. And that's not just for diasporans, that's for Nigerians back home as well. So what the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria hope to do is plug diasporans into a mortgage provider that's guaranteed by them, that's underscored by them, and increase the trust when Nigerians abroad come back home to buy their homes.
Afua, many thanks. We truly appreciate your reporting right there.